So I was going to go ahead and make myself some breakfast. It's super, super late. So normally on a day like this, when I'm at work, I'm already getting ready to eat lunch. So I'm way behind. But I wanted to give you an example of something that I typically do routinely for breakfast. This is kind of a high protein, kind of a high fat thing as well. But so what I do is I start off with some cottage cheese. All right, the cottage cheese. This is actually from Walmart. This is a low-fat cottage cheese. Now I do like the consistency of the Daisy a little bit more, but that's that. And then we just get regular 6 dozen eggs because we kind of go through a lot of eggs. So I got cottage cheese. I got eggs. One of the things that we really like is this Trader Joe's salsa verde, but I'm sure you can find one at Walmart as well. You know, we want accessibility, we want healthy, and especially during a 60-day challenge, we're looking for what are some options where I'm going to be able to lose some fat. So I also got some salt. I like to use a variety of salts in my diet, and so I'm just going to use some pink Himalayan salt, but I also do use like iodized salt, regular table salt pretty much. Ideally, you don't want to use a whole lot of fats and carbs, and we're trying to control those calories. So if you have a nice new Teflon pan, it's great. If you need something to help with that sticking, I'll use a little bit of Pam, just a quick spray of Pam, so you can add a little bit of fat in there so it doesn't stick. So just as minimal as possible, because when you spray that kind of stuff, if you're doing like long sprays, I mean, that's just a can of fat. So, I mean, that's when you tend to add in some calories that you don't even realize. So we add a little bit of fats in there. I am using a cup of cottage cheese. So that's going to be 24 grams of protein. The average large egg is 6 grams of protein. I've got 6 eggs there. So 36, 40. I've got about 50 grams of protein here for this breakfast. For me personally, my protein goal is about 250 grams per day. So if in 5 different meals I can get 50 grams of protein, or in 4 different meals if I can get in 60 grams of protein, that gets me really close to that goal. That's kind of my target. It's not exact science. It's not exact, precise types numbers, but that should help me hit my goal. So I start off by just shoveling some cottage cheese in a container, something like this. Maybe if this is the first time doing this, or if your goal's lower than this, start with just a quarter cup and a couple of eggs. So we're just going to kind of add those eggs in there. I beat those with a little bit of water. Then we're going to add in some of those seasonings. So I don't even measure it, honestly. Probably about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. Yeah, probably about 2 tablespoons of that salsa verde. I'm going to salt that. Add a little bit of salt. Nice. Just kind of beat that all together, and then we're going to scramble that up in the pan. So I want to beat that nice. And now one thing I've seen also is you can whip that cottage cheese, and that makes it even, kind of smoother and creamier. I don't mind the taste of cottage cheese. It does have kind of a pungent flavor. So if you're not a fan of cottage cheese, you can go really, really light on that cottage cheese just to try to add in some protein. Along with this, the eggs and cottage cheese, I do like to add in some fiber, some fruits. So I'll throw in, like, I've got this thing of dates. I got this at Costco, but dates are becoming really popular. I can actually get them pretty cheap at our local grocery in bulk, so you can kind of bag them yourself. Dates are good. That's fiber, and there's some carbs and stuff in that. But just as simple as an apple or a banana to add. Fiber is going to do a couple of different things. Number one, fiber obviously aids in digestion, so that's going to help, especially if you're upping your protein intake. That can be hard to digest, so fiber is going to help with that. Fiber also helps with that satiety, meaning it makes you feel full. So if we add in something with some fiber in it, so again, like some fruit, that's where, like, whole grains, if you want to add in, a piece of toast or something like that, that can help just make you feel full. So I'll just kind of scramble that up and eat it. And hopefully that helps, guys. If you have any questions, you need anything, let us know. We're around. Oh, yeah. So hungry. Ready to eat.